We're talking about an emotional topic this evening that touches the lives of thousands of Americans every year. Perhaps you personally have been impacted, which is why we want to have an important conversation about prevention. New data from the CDC shows gun suicide rates are the highest they've been since the mid-1990s. More than 48,000 Americans are taking their own lives every year. In fact, there's roughly one suicide in the United States every 11 minutes. And in Washtenaw County, the majority of firearm deaths in that county were suicides, 20% to be exact. Well, tonight our Pam Osborne is joining us live with a closer look at this disturbing trend and some ways to stop it. Pam?
Well, for mental health professionals, this data is really just confirmation of what they suspected to be true, and that is deaths by firearms are increasing. Now, this new data that was just released from the Washtenaw County Health Department could serve as a resource, valuable information to help those on the front line figure out where to direct their resources.
Just an alarm, like we are ringing the alarm in our communities.
For Keisha Jackson, the newest numbers released by the Washtenaw County Health Department signal one thing.
Our young people are not okay, and they need us to be there for them.
Jackson is a therapist. She runs Caleb's Kids, an organization she started back in 2016 after her brother, Caleb, died by suicide.
He was 22 years old at the time, just 4 days before his 23rd birthday, and I didn't know he was in distress.
She spent every moment since working to understand and working to get in front of kids and families before it's too late.
As we provide hands-on, engaging, interactive workshops that teaches young people how to recognize when they're in distress, but then teaches them those help-seeking behaviors.
Some of those classes she teaches in Ypsilanti, which is dealing with more firearm homicides than any other community in the county.
These are huge, complex issues that require community intervention.
County health officials say the data, which compared 2 5-year time periods, shows homicide deaths and suicides by guns are up 74%. It's startling, and it's why Jackson has dedicated herself to this fight.
One of the biggest preventative factors that we see to suicide is through mental health education. So being able to provide an approachable approach, a relatable approach, a digestible approach to mental health and mental wellness really helps those in our communities.
So what happens next? How do they take this information and turn it into action? It's really just too soon to tell that just yet. But Jackson is hoping that there will be more financial resources available for people looking to get into the mental health field. So that way, those tools that she talked about, that information, these prevention techniques can be more accessible, easily accessible to everyone who needs them. Reporting live tonight, I'm Pamela Osborne, Local 4.
All right, Pam, thanks for that update. Now, if you or anyone you know is in crisis, you can call or text the National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline at 988. Of course, that's a simple 3-digit number, that number 988.